first of all, Mo, you guys heading to Charleston to face a team that, I don't know if y'all looked at the form, but they're basically the hottest team in the league right now. They're flying fairly high. How are you guys feeling going into such a large challenge like that?
Yeah, feeling confident. At the end of the day, each game is worth the same amount of points. Last game was difficult, but I've got full faith in this group that we'll be able to bounce back. And we're going in there with all the confidence in the world, right? We're training hard. Each game we're getting better, so we're just focused on the task at hand.
I think it's fair to say you guys probably will always go into every game feeling confident, and then sometimes, obviously, it doesn't necessarily pan out the way you'd like. What is there that maybe makes this week different, do you think?
I think this group has a really good mentality. At the end of the day, you can never get too high, can never get too low. With the wins, like I said earlier, each game is worth the same amount of points. So right now, we're just focusing on what we can control going into that game, and we'll let the result speak for itself. But like I said, I've got full faith in this group, and we're feeling confident.
I think one of the first players I ever heard say, "Don't get too high, don't get too low," was Mitch a couple years ago, and obviously he's going to be out this weekend, and even another person that's going to be missing from that defense. How are you, particularly since you've kind of shifted back there, how are you guys feeling about what the defense is going to look like going into this match?
Yeah, we're feeling confident. Mitch is a big presence, a big part of our team, obviously a leader, captain, but we're feeling confident that we'll be able to get the job done, and it's a next man up mentality. That's why we train as hard as we do, is because we have full faith in the group, full faith in each one of these players, and whoever steps into the lineup to take his place and to come into the 11, we've got full confidence in them.
And you obviously kind of stepped back into the defense about a month ago when sort of this shortage was first starting. How have you felt making that shift? I don't know if when the last time you might have played back there was, but how have you felt having to transition to be kind of an emergency center back recently?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, my teammates, coaching staff, they give me the confidence to be the player that I am and to go out on that pitch and do what I do. And each training session, each game, I just try and do that to the best of my ability and to help the team in any way that I can.
Do you think there's been a bit of a learning curve? You're having to kind of adjust on the fly, and do you see yourself maybe progressing week by week?
Yeah, I see myself progressing. Like I said, the guys next to me, Richard behind me, the guys in front of me, they make my job easier. And we all just are looking to work as one unit.
So what has been the mindset of the team coming off that difficult loss to Oakland, but also having to come out here and practice in the extreme heat? How's the team holding up at that end?
I mean, look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a frustrating result just because I felt like we did play really well. I thought our attack was extremely fluid. And we've created plenty of chances, but that's football sometimes, and you roll with the punches and you move on. So we take it for what it was, a learning lesson, and we move on. We take the good from that game, we learn from the bad, and we move on and we focus on the next match at hand.
And then, of the defenders that may take Mitchell's place, is there any one or two of them in practice that have really stepped up their game?
Honestly, I'm not going to speak on that right now. Just not my place to speak on it. But like I said earlier, I've got full confidence in the group, and whoever steps into the 11, they'll know they'll be ready for it.